We are really happy to win this game because now we are in the final.
Pipers showing signs of attack.
For us, it was a semi-final.
The goals have continued to elude.
This is the prize for all the team. I think we deserve.
We are headed to another shootout. These two teams have made it a compulsive habit.
She lifts it too high.
Can she produce the winning goal? This time, she makes no mistake. It is the Soorma Bengal Tigers.
A victory for Victoria Manuel and her team means that we've got our second finalist of the season in Soorma Bengal Tigers, and they'll be in action once again today as they take on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. That's then followed by men's action. First, HIL GC face the Soorma Bengal Tigers, and then Hyderabad Tufans go up against the Ranchi Royals. So this is what a day full of hockey looks like. Hello and welcome. I'm Surbhi Vaid, and alongside me is Nikki Lloyd, former Scottish international midfielder. It's bright and sunny in Ranchi for a change.
It's an absolutely gorgeous day, isn't it?
It is. Now, for the fans tuning in, Nikki, let's quickly run through the 5 basic rules of hockey in HIL.
Of course. So for anyone who doesn't really know or doesn't follow hockey as much, there are 11 players on pitch, 10 outfield, 1 in the goal. You can only use one side of the hockey sticks. You've got a flat side and a curved side. You can only use the flat. Outfield players cannot use their feet to control the ball. The first shot or strike on a penalty corner has to hit the backboard unless it's a drag flick or a deflection, and the goalkeepers have specific protective equipment that they must wear.
Great rules, Nikki, but you missed the golden HIL rule. That is when the Pipers meet the Tigers, a sudden death is almost guaranteed.
Ah, yes, I forgot that unwritten rule that we seem to be seeing here.
It is, isn't it? Now, talking about these two teams, what makes it so hard to separate them? Because every time they meet each other, goals feel optional, but shootouts inevitable.
Yeah, it's a wonderful rivalry these two teams have, and it seems to be because they are absolutely wonderful at just stopping the other's strength, so neutralise any kind of attacks there. In the last match, the Pipers moved Caitlin Nobbs to the centre-back, specifically to shadow Laram Shyami, and the Tigers frustrated the Pipers with periods of long possession. So the tactics both teams are demonstrating here is to frustrate the opposition, and there's nothing really that you can call between them, and that's why we've seen shootouts and then a sudden-death shootout both times.
And once again, it was the same result. Soorma Bengal Tigers came out on top, and like Victoria mentioned yesterday while I was talking to her after the match, that it was like a semi-final for them, and they did well to qualify for the final then, because we've got our top 2 teams of the season, SG Pipers who remain at the summit, and then Soorma Bengal Tigers who've now booked their spot in the final, Nikki.
Yes, it really was dramatic. The two teams have shown what it takes to win in gritty style. They haven't been the highest scoring teams, but technically and tactically, you can see why SG Pipers and the Soorma Bengal Tigers are at the top. And now the question comes down to, between Ranchi Royals and JSW Soorma, who's going to try and take that third spot?
Yeah, that is a very big question, and we will find an answer to that very soon. But before that, let's talk a little more about the match that we saw yesterday. What stood out for you in that penalty shootout, especially for the Bengal Tigers? Because second time in a row, they defeated the SG Pipers.
They did, and I think it's lots of different things. Yes, they frustrated the Pipers in regulation, and then when it went to the shootout, they had a confidence. They'd been here before. They knew what to expect. I think some really interesting video referrals went their way for that. They got a re-award of a penalty stroke from a stick tackle, and I think that was the change of the game for them. But again, it was the confidence, the captain stepping up as well, and cool as calm as you like. They just expected to win, I think.
Yeah, they held their nerves a little better than the SG Pipers over there. Now, because yesterday, when see a goal in the regulation time, the top scorer graphic that you see on your screen right now, it's still the same. It's unchanged. Augustina Gorzalani still leading the way, still wearing those neon socks.
Yeah, and that's a really important point that we need to make. Any goals scored in shootouts do not count towards that top goal scorer tally. Now, Gorzalani, I think she's very proud of those neon socks that she's wearing. However, you've got a few players, Lola Rea, for example, only one goal behind her. She wants that accolade as well. So I think in the next few games, we're going to see a real drive who's going to claim that top goal scorer point.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of games to go now, Nikki. Just 1 or 2 more games in the league stage, and then the final. Augustina Gorzalani doesn't look like that she is going to let go of that neon socks, does she?
No, she is a fighter in every sense of the word.
She is. Now, definitely, she will be in action once again today with her teammates, of course, at this very stadium as they are getting ready for another challenge. They've arrived at the venue and they will be looking forward to take on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club once again. This is our Augustina Gorzalani, the top scorer of the league now. Again, JSW Soorma Hockey Club, their final appearance of this season. We will talk more about this match on the other side of this short break.
हम मैच हारने के बाद भी एक साथ है, अगर हम जीते तो भी एक साथ है, तो सभी टीम के लिए ये इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि जब वो एज ए टीम वर्क करते हैं तो वो चीज़ ज़रूरी रहता है और हम एज ए टीम ही है, चाहे हम हारे चाहे हम जीते.
You know that if we win 2 games and some of the other teams lose a couple of games, that we could end up third, and I guess that gives you a little bit of extra motivation and it puts a smile on your face. I mean, a win is always fun, so yeah, we'll aim to try and take some points off the next 2 teams.
बदला तो ज़रूर लेना है और जीत के निकलना है. आई नो, क्योंकि हम ज़्यादा मार्जिन से नहीं हारे, हमें पता चल गया हमारी लास्ट टाइम उनके साथ क्या गलतियाँ थी, बट अभी भी होप नहीं छोड़नी क्योंकि 2 मैच है, रिजल्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है.
The next 2 games, it's taking that pride and showcasing how good women's sport is and how good women's hockey here is in India, and giving the girls the best chance to shine on the biggest stage.
अभी मेरे दिमाग में कुछ नहीं आ रहा. ऑन द फील्ड मैं ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव रहती हूँ. ऑफ द फील्ड काम अच्छे से सबके साथ बात करना. किसी भी चीज़ से नहीं लगता, खुद से ही लगता होगा शायद कि जब मैं गुस्से में आ जाती हूँ तो पता नहीं क्या करूँगी. मुझे गाने सुनना पसंद है तो मोस्टली गाने सुनती हूँ. घर के राजमा चावल. टोक्यो में जब हमने क्वार्टर फाइनल जीता था, मेरा सपना है कि नेक्स्ट ओलंपिक खेलूं और मेडल लेकर आऊं. गुस्सा इरिटेट हो जाती हूँ जब कोई ज़्यादा तंग करे तो. हमारी नेशनल किट जर्सी, नेशनल जर्सी.
Another cracking contest awaits at the Marangom ke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium as Shrachi Bengal Tigers take on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club in a few minutes' time. Now, with one team already in the final and other out of contention, what do you expect? A little more experimentation, a more aggressive approach, or just business as usual?
I think for JSW Soorma, I'm hoping to see a continued development in their game. They're starting to play like the team we know they can be, just enjoying their hockey. For the Bengal Tigers, yes, they'll be buoyed on from their dramatic shootout win yesterday. However, there might be a little bit of fatigue running through their legs, and that might see a little change in tactics perhaps. But I think both teams, business as usual.
One thing is for sure, the Tigers would be relieved and relaxed because now that they have already sealed their place in the final. By the way, we also spoke to Emma Findlay to find out how she's enjoying her time in India, how she's handling the spice level over here, and much more. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, check. Hi, I'm Emma Findlay. I'm a midfielder from New Zealand and I'm part of the Soorma Bengal Tigers. This is the first time I've been here, which is pretty exciting. I'm getting used to the food, getting used to the environment. It's been great. Every time I have a meal, I have to ask my roommate if it's spicy or not. So I'd say Indian food is spicy compared to New Zealand food or to Western food that I've had. I love chai. My roommate loves chai, so she's made me love chai. I really wanted to go and see different temples, and I have been lucky enough to go. The girls, my teammates, have taken me around Ranchi, and it has been an awesome experience. I have learned a couple of words. My favourite word so far is tika. Okay, tika, yeah, shalu, and kakareo. What are you doing? Oh, dandivad zabada milta hai.
She's clearly loving it here in India. And I think chai is everyone's favorite at this point of time. Now, spice clearly isn't a problem for you, Nikki. But what about Hindi? How many words have you picked up?
मैं सीख रही हूँ, Survi. Chalo, diri, namaste. I'm learning slowly.
Not bad at all. I'm very proud of you, Nikki. I'm sure you'll become a veteran in no time. Well, talking about veteran, there's one who's anchoring the Tigers midfield, Arjuna awardee Sushila Chanu, who led India to the 2016 Rio Olympics. We caught up with her ahead of this match to find out how they are approaching this game after reaching the final.
सुशीला, पहला सवाल थोड़ा सा लाइटर नोट पर। पिछले कुछ दिनों में काफ़ी ठंड बढ़ी है। आप ठंड के ही मौसम से आती हैं, लेकिन आप हालिया समय में थोड़ा और गर्मी के स्थानों में रही हैं। तो आपको ज़्यादा क्या पसंद है, फील्ड पर रहना या जैकेट पहनकर डगआउट में रहना?
फील्ड में रहना बहुत पसंद है, ऑफ कोर्स।
ये बताइए कि इस मैच में क्या अप्रोच रहेगा, क्योंकि आप क्वालिफाई ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, उससे थोड़ा अप्रोच बदलेगा?
नहीं, क्योंकि हमारा क्वालिफाई हो गया, बट इस डजंट मैटर कि हम अपना गेम हम अपना शो करना है। सो मतलब जो गेम खेलेगा वही जीतेगा। हमारे फुल ऑन पूरा 100% हम भी फोकस उसी में रहेंगे।
ऑल द बेस्ट, हैव अ गुड गेम।
थैंक यू।
She's captained this team also once now, clearly mentioning over there that final is still a few days away, so their focus remains on the present.
It does, and it's a really professional way of looking at that, focusing on the processes, the team tactics, and not taking their foot off the gas.
Surely, and today we'll also talk about the heartbeat of Indian midfield, and the captain of JSW Soorma Hockey Club, Salima Tete, and her team will be in action for one last time this season. Let's hear from her what are her thoughts ahead of this match.
सलीमा, इसी विरोधी टीम के खिलाफ पिछली बार आपने बहुत डोमिनेट किया था, लेकिन गोल नहीं आया था। तो आज के लिए क्या रेसिपी सही होगा कि आप जीतें और आप अपने होम क्राउड के सामने एक गोल मार दें?
बिल्कुल, आज का मैच हम जीतने के लिए जा रहे हैं। हमारे पास खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, बस हमें अपना गेम दिखाना है कि हम अच्छी टीम है। और बिल्कुल एक होता है ना कि सराची टीम भी बहुत अच्छी है, तो हम यही एक प्लान के साथ आए हैं कि हम एज अ टीम अच्छा डिफेंस करेंगे। और बिल्कुल हमारी तरफ से पूरी कोशिश रहेगी कि हम गोल करें, और जो भी हमारे जैसे डी में मिलेगा उसको हम फिनिश करने की कोशिश करेंगे।
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
Now, last time out against the run of play, it was the Bengal Tigers who won 1-0. But Salima clearly mentioning over there that they will look forward to rectify that today.
Yeah, I think there's a fighting spirit behind her answer there. She wants to perform, she wants her team to perform, and she wants to score in front of this home crowd. I think she'll have to utilise her wonderful speed, really make sure that as expect her to be marked quite heavily, so maybe do some off-ball movement, link really well with certain players. The player of the match last time Soorma came out, Sarah Robertson, alongside her. I think they'll have to work really well, really good together, and we'll just see if they can do what's being asked of them.
Yeah, we've seen them score quite a few goals in the last few matches as well, with Penny Squibb converting a few. We also had Olivia Shannon scoring from that penalty stroke. But talking about Salima Tete, how impressed are you from her? I know she's not scored, they've not got a lot of wins, but has she impressed you? And if yes, then why?
Yeah, she really has, and I know people look and they say, oh, they should be scoring. However, that's not the mark of a player of her character. What she does for her team on the pitch, how she commands, and what she is to so many players, that speaks far greater than any goals could currently.
Yeah, and she brings in a lot of experience as well, and of course the calmness that you mentioned. Now, let's talk about the predictions, Nikki. I know this is one thing that you aren't calm about. So, what is your prediction for today?
So I'm going to back the underdog again. Last time JSW Soorma took to the field, they won, and I think the way that they are growing as a team, I think they're going to do it again. So I'm going to go for a bigger scoreline. I'm going to say JSW Soorma 3, Bengal Tigers 1.
Also, we've not seen any team who's playing successive matches win their second match. So Bengal Tigers are playing their second match today. So that also played a role in your prediction?
It did, absolutely. I'm going to go with statistics here.
Yeah, okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the show, but you don't go anywhere because live action will start very soon right here at the Marangom ke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Stadium as Ranchi Bengal Tigers take on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Can they sign off with a win? We'll find out very soon.
हम मैच हारने के बाद भी एक साथ है, अगर हम जीते तो भी एक साथ है, तो सभी टीम के लिए ये इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि जब वो एज ए टीम वर्क करते हैं तो वो चीज़ ज़रूरी रहता है, और हम एज ए टीम ही है, चाहे हम हारे चाहे हम जीते.
You know that if we win 2 games and some of the other teams lose a couple of games, that we could end up third, and I guess that gives you a little bit of extra motivation and it puts a smile on your face. I mean, a win is always fun, so yeah, we'll aim to try and take some points off the next 2 teams.
बदला तो ज़रूर लेना है और जीत के निकलना है. आई नो, क्योंकि हम ज़्यादा मार्जिन से नहीं हारे, हमें पता चल गया हमारी लास्ट टाइम उनके साथ क्या गलतियाँ थी, बट अभी भी होप नहीं छोड़नी क्योंकि 2 मैच है, रिजल्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है.
The next 2 games, it's taking that pride and showcasing how good women's sport is and how good women's hockey here is in India, and giving the girls the best chance to shine on the biggest stage.
अभी मेरे दिमाग में कुछ नहीं आ रहा. ऑन द फील्ड मैं ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव रहती हूँ, ऑफ द फील्ड काम अच्छे से सबके साथ बात करना. किसी भी चीज़ से नहीं लगता, खुद से ही लगता होगा शायद कि जब मैं गुस्से में आ जाती हूँ तो पता नहीं क्या करूँगी. मुझे गाने सुनना पसंद है तो मोस्टली गाने सुनती हूँ. घर के राजमा चावल. टोक्यो में जब हमने क्वार्टर फाइनल जीता था, मेरा सपना है कि नेक्स्ट ओलंपिक खेलूं और मेडल लेकर आऊं. गुस्सा इरिटेट हो जाती हूँ जब कोई ज़्यादा तंग करे तो. हमारी नेशनल किट जर्सी, नेशनल जर्सी.
Get ready for a winning encounter as these 2 teams are battling
Hello and a very good afternoon once again from the Indian city of Ranchi at the Marangom K. Jayapal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium, which has played host to a number of memorable games, and live action beckons once again as we welcome you all to match number 11 between the Ranchi Bengal Tigers, who booked their spot in the final, versus the JSW Soorma Hockey Club, who will be playing for pride here in match number 11. These have been some of the clearest skies in a long time, and the temperature upwards of 19 degrees for the first time in a very, very long time. So by relative comparison, these are incredibly hot conditions. And Ranchi Bengal Tigers, while they might have sealed a spot in the final, they would of course want to ensure that there is no let up in momentum. Salima Tete and company have maintained they have nothing to lose as they crashed out of the reckoning for a spot in the finals, but they have plenty to play for, plenty of pride to play for as they approach this fixture. Well, time now for the toss with both the captains in attendance.
It's bright and sunny here in Ranchi as we are set for our 11th match of the season, where the Ranchi Bengal Tigers will take on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. I've got the captains with me, Jennifer Rizzo and Salima Tete, along with the on-field umpires, Deepa and Shivani Sharma. They've got the coin, so let's flip it.
Tiger, FIH. Who's got?
Yes. FIH is the ball and FIH you've got. Salima, you've won the toss. क्या करना पसंद करेंगी?
Start the ball.
JSW Soorma Hockey Club have won the toss and they've decided to start the play.
Well, JSW Soorma, true to type, will start proceedings, and a quick look at the points table. SG Pipers and Ranchi Bengal Tigers, by virtue of finishing first and second in the league phase, have already booked a date for themselves in the final. And these two teams, in fact, finished third and fourth last year. As far as this match is concerned, let's have a listen to what the coaches had to say.
दीपक, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत बधाई फाइनल में पहुंचने के लिए।
शुक्रिया सर।
आपसे एक सवाल कि अब तक के मैचेस में स्पेशली डिफेंस में हमने देखा है कि गोरजलानी और रपोसो लगातार ऑलमोस्ट थ्रू आउट खेली है, तो क्या आज थोड़ा सा उनको रेस्ट देने का और थोड़ा रोटेशन करने का ज़्यादा इंटेंट रहेगा?
बिल्कुल, स्टेबिलिटी चाहिए थी हमें डिफेंस में, तो उन दोनों की वजह से काफ़ी स्टेबल रही है हमारी डिफेंस। लेकिन आज हम काफ़ी तब्दीलियाँ कर रहे हैं, जिनको मौका नहीं मिला है उन्हें आज मौका दे रहे हैं, तो उम्मीद करता हूं कि वो अपना बेहतर खेल खेलेंगी ताकि हम फाइनल के लिए और प्रिपरेशन हम कर सकें।
और फाइनल के मद्देनज़र कोई एक एरिया है जिसमें आप सबसे ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहते हैं?
इम्प्रूवमेंट देखिए, पैचेस में हमारी टीम खेल रही है, तो मैं चाहता हूं कि मेरी जो स्ट्राइकिंग सर्कल के अंदर की जो मुझे उम्मीद है कि वो बेहतर हो सके, तो वो शार्पनेस मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूँ। तो आज थोड़ा सा वर्कआउट किया है, तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि अगर उसको मेंटेन रखेंगे तो फाइनल के लिए अच्छा होगा।
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर।
रानी, पहले मैच में जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई। क्या उम्मीद रखती है आज के मुकाबले से?
बिल्कुल, लास्ट गेम से हमारी टीम को काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंस मिला, जिस चीज़ का हम काफ़ी स्टार्टिंग से वेट कर रहे थे। और आई थिंक टुडे इज़ ऑल अबाउट प्राइड, कि आज वो प्राइड के लिए खेलना है। वी हैव नथिंग टू लूज एंड गर्ल्स आर क्वाइट कॉन्फिडेंट एंड आई एम श्योर दे विल फाइट फॉर एवरी सिंगल बॉल।
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
Well, these are slightly warmer conditions here at the Marangom K. Jayapal Singh Munda AstroTurf Stadium in Ranchi. We have an all-Indian on-field umpiring partnership today with Deepa and Shivani Sharma taking center stage. The umpiring has been quite exceptional throughout the tournament. These have certainly not been easy decisions, some of the decisions that they have had to make. And both the teams will want to ensure that they finish on a high. They finish the league stage on a high. Karachi Bengal Tigers, for their part, would want to ensure no let-up in momentum. For JSW Soorma Hockey Club, it's a different matter altogether. Runners-up the previous edition, they would want to sign off on a rousing note. They won their previous fixture against the Ranchi Royals, and they would no doubt want to reprise that performance here as well. And time now for the players to be announced.
Introducing the team, JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Jersey number 30, Captain Salima Tete. 2, Olivia Shannon. 3, Shiori Oikawa. 5, Jyoti Chatri. 6, Penny Squib. 10, Maria Granato. 11, Savita. 12, Nisha. 14, Sonam. 15, Mumtaz Khan. 19, Vaishnavi Phalke. 20, Sarah Robertson. 21, Hina Bano. 22, Baljit Kaur. 23, Jimena Seres. 24, Jyoti. 25, Manuela Via. 57, Benima Dhan. 88, Nidhi. 99, Ajmina Gujo. Introducing the team, Karachi Bengal Tigers. Jersey number 32, Captain Jennifer Riso. 1, Aditi Maheshwari. 2, Gurjit Kaur. 3, Mahima Chaudhary. 4, Valentina Rapaso. 5, Augustina Gorzalani. 8, Emma Finlay. 10, Sasha Beninga. 12, Nurde Bart. 13, Lalrin Pui. 15, Monica. 16, Vandana Kataria. 20, Lalrem Siami. 22, Sukhwir Kaur. 23, Anjali Gautam. 27, Sushila Chanu. 40, Pooja Sahu. 44, Victoria Manuel. 45, Manisha Chauhan. 65, Purnima Yadav.
A great opportunity for both these teams to exhibit their potential, even as we welcome our esteemed dignitaries, Sri Shambhunath Chaudhary, President, Ranchi Press Club, Sri Abhishek Sinha, Secretary, Ranchi Press Club, Sri Vijay Shankar, General Secretary, Hockey Jharkhand, Sri Mukesh Rana Pratap. And these gentlemen are accompanied by Mr. B.N. Bhushan, Director, Hockey India. As always, a great pleasure to have our esteemed dignitaries interact with the players, share their love for this glorious game that binds the country, that is well and truly a part of India's DNA for a number of decades now. And it's a sport wherein India were quick to achieve success before it started seeing glorious victories in other sports. And it's always lovely to see the organizers putting in the effort to host a tournament of such import. The Hero Hockey India League, in its second edition, again owes a huge debt of gratitude to all the organizers, especially Hockey India, who have pulled all stops to ensure that the tournament has gotten off to smooth fashion in both the men's as well as the women's section. A reminder that the men's matches are also underway in Chennai. We will have action coming to you from Chennai later today, and the caravan then shifts to Ranchi as well on January the 11th before moving on to Bhubaneswar. So plenty of hockey action to savor in this very first month of the new year. With both the teams and the dignitaries ready, time now for the Indian national anthem.
आप सभी से गुजारिश है, कृपया भारत के राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए खड़े हो जाए और साथ गाएं।
Both the teams, of course, will want to give it their all as they square up against each other. One last time this season in the league phase, the Sriracha Bengal Tigers have, of course, made it to the final. In the commentary box, this is Arun Venugopal, and alongside me, as always, the hockey nerd, the resident hockey nerd, Nikki Lloyd. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Arun. Yeah, I love being known as that. I will take that for sure. But what a glorious sunny day we have today, and we know that the heat on the pitch is going to match the temperature for the Sriracha Bengal Tigers. Jennifer Rizzo, captain today, is between the posts in a 4-3-3 formation. Then we have Chowdhury, Godric Kaur, Valentina Raposo and Channon in the back four. Emma Finley, Monica and Anjali Gautam in the midfield. Then up front, Sosha Beninke, Sudvit Kaur and Yadav Purnima in the forward line. She's been a fantastic player to watch. Then on the substitute bench, the leading top goal scorer in those neon socks, Augustina Gorzalani. Noor Debat as well as Lauren Shyami for her team. A few last minute words of wisdom from the captain today.
On the other side, JLW Soorma Hockey Club will have Nidhi starting on goal, and they adopt a four-member backline as well with Jyoti Chatri, Penny Squibb, Shiori Oikawa and Jyoti. Jimena Cedris, Salima Tete the captain and Sarah Robertson constitute the midfield. Up front we have a few new faces as well to flank Maria Granato, Sonam as well as Mumtaz Khan. We will definitely see the likes of Olivia Shannon, Vaishnavi Palke, Ajmina Kujur and Manuela Villar among others later in the piece. So clearly both the teams looking to give some of their squad members a bit of a run out, as you would expect. Deepak Thakur adopting a slightly different look given that these are warmer conditions with a smart hat and sunglasses. And Rani Rampal, who is the acting interim head coach of the JLW Soorma Hockey Club, wanting to build on her victory in her very first game as interim coach.
Ranchi, get ready for the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
And time to say let's play. It will be Team JLW Soorma Hockey Club starting from left to right in all white, and in the bright orange it will be the Sriracha Bengal Tigers. And on what has been perhaps the hottest afternoon in these last couple of weeks, this is Arun Venugopal in commentary alongside the former Scottish international Nikki Lloyd. And even before I welcome her, Maria Granato is on the up and about. She takes a shot from inside the circle, and that's as good a welcome as you would get, Nikki.
It is Maria Granato there, was gifted a free shot. It was a strong backhand that she took, but Jennifer Rizzo in goal wasn't too troubled by that. We can see eyes up, back foot shot. It's going to creep in the near post, and as we've spoken about previously, the importance of the goalkeepers protecting that near post, and Jennifer Rizzo making calm work of that.
And straight away JLW Soorma are stepping on the accelerator. The Sriracha Bengal Tigers predictably have given some of their first team players a little bit of a break. Augustina Gorzalani starts on the bench, and you also see the likes of Gurjeet Kaur, who the coach confirmed wasn't a part of the first 11 fixtures, not because of an injury but because of reasons of combination. She has gotten an opportunity. As far as the Sriracha Bengal Tigers are concerned, JLW Soorma too have given quite a number of the younger players a run out.
Yeah, it's really important that there's the rotation within players as well. You cannot just focus, if you've got a squad of 20, you can't just focus on those 16, and the legs do get a little bit tired. Beautiful ball almost picked up there. I find it quite interesting though when you say Gorzalani is starting on the bench, because I know she'll want to be on the pitch, but she's played pretty much every single minute, and that has got to be tiring. And the Bengal Tigers, knowing that they are in the final, they will need her in peak condition when she's needed to be asked.
And the Tigers are in fact coming on the heels of back-to-back games games that have drained them of a lot of energy, particularly the one yesterday. Another shootout against the SG Pipers. These two teams, boy, have made it a habit.
Yeah, yesterday was just a battle, wasn't it? As we see beautiful work into the circle, but the Tigers defending that really strongly.
Just a look at our technical bench. Janurita D'Souza, the scoring judge. Sonia Batla, the timing judge. Rohini Bopana, the technical officer. And Durga Devi, our reserve umpire. A hat tip to them. A big shout out to all the stakeholders, in fact, for ensuring that all these games have gone off on a very smooth note. It takes a village, really, for a tournament to unfold. Just imagine the role played by the timing judge, for example. She has to take stock of proceedings. She has to be on the ball every second, be aware of when to stop the clock. And it's a good slap shot inside the circle, trying to find the player in front of the goal, Olivia Shannon, demonstrating great vision there.
Yeah, really good from Shannon here. Eyes up hockey, crashing the ball across, looking for Sonam on the corner. That wasn't far away, but Rizzo stepping out with a strong right foot, had it covered.
It's once again JSW Soorma Hockey Club who have been making the play. Just a bit of a question for you, Nikki, early in the piece. I know you have been an accomplished player yourself. You've also done quite a bit as a coach and now as a broadcaster too. Would you have to, should you be in a position to choose any other role, and we will get to that, as Lal Ramsiami makes a terrific sprint all by herself. It's a great solo effort to ensure that JSW Soorma were kept real there.
A really strong tackle there as well, and yeah, excellent play by Penny Squibb, another player who's played the majority of the minutes in every single game, just tracking back with Launchiami, staying with her and putting an all-important tackle on her. We can see the match prediction today. It's very, very close, but this is Launchiami here running one-handed, and then Penny Squibb is the free player, just guiding her all the way, not going into the tackle, just keeping her stick flat. So when Launchiami looks to play the ball across, Penny Squibb's stick is there.
It's a real testament to her fitness as well, her conditioning work in the off-season. Olivia Shannon puts the ball across, and the follow-up shot was taken by the captain Salima Tete. Struck it well over the bar, well wide of it as well.
Yeah, this is brilliant from JSW Soorma. They're creating a lot more goal-scoring opportunities than we've seen previously, and Salima Tete, the ball was on target for sure, and then Jennifer Rizzo just getting a stick to it. So beautiful play across, it's cleared out, an immediate shot, and then a stick save from Jennifer Rizzo. That ball was definitely going to creep into the top corner.
A first-time shot again by Salima Tete, doing the right thing, targeting the far post. Again, this is the third match that Srirachi Bengal Tigers are playing in the span of 4 days. It's a tribute to the fitness of the likes of Lal Ramsiami, for example, who has been lightning quick. I was having a conversation with her the other night, and insofar as to the efforts that she has been putting in, she did mention that she's worked on this new role with a lot of elan, because she usually plays in midfield and playing forward, and then also having to track back as often as she does. It takes a lot out of her, but it's a role that she's taken a relish to.
Yeah, sometimes I don't think people realise how fit you need to be to play hockey, and in tournaments like this and throughout the world, you don't have a lot of time between matches. Yes, sometimes you've got those back-to-back games, or you may have one day off, but to recover from that, and these players could be running, you know, up to or in excess of 10 kilometres per game, and it's not just the distance, it's the sprint meters that they cover.
Speaking of roles and covering distances, we were on the subject a little while earlier, Nikki. You don many a hat, right from that of a former player to a broadcaster and a coach. Should you be compelled to take on any other role in hockey, what would that be?
That's a really good question, but thankfully I don't have to answer it straight away because Olivia Shannon's got into the D, has the shot on target. It's a great save and clearance from Rizzo once again. Are you speaking specifically for the Hockey India League, Arun?
Why not? That's one area to ponder over.
Yeah, I've just been really impressed with the entire tournament as a whole for the women's side that we've been lucky enough to be a part of. I do love broadcasting, I love commentary. It's my first time in front of the camera at the moment, but the Tigers are on the break. It's Sarah Robertson there putting her stick in and making sure. Yeah, I've enjoyed my time in front of camera. It's quite nerve-wracking at times, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, I think to be able to coach, I've definitely passed my playing days. I'm slightly too old now for that, I think. But no, to be a coach would be something I would definitely like to explore.
Well, who knows? If that's on the anvil as well. Just a look at what JSW Soorma unpacked a little while earlier.
Yes, this is Olivia Shannon. Beautiful tuck in. Advantage being played. It did hit the foot of Gurjeet, but Olivia Shannon wanting to take that shot. It's an easy save there from Rizzo. I think she might be a little bit annoyed that she's raised that ball, but it went into space, so there's no issue. But a shot on target, that strong defending there, really good. Once again, we see from Ashnavi there, and then the JSW Soorma team coming away with the ball again. Really solid defence from Soorma so far. You can see they've got their numbers through outletting. They're playing with a back three at the moment, putting 4 across the midfield and then 3 up front. So they're really looking to solidify their possession and dominance in the midfield. Beautiful interception there. Once again, Olivia Shannon moving forward. Where is that ball going? It's round the back of the net. Yes, it's a scramble, but it's JSW Soorma taking the lead.
And it looked like it was coming for quite some time now. JSW Soorma were threatening to score at every possible opportunity, and come at the hour, they have cashed in on this opportunity. Gorzalani making the miss pass. Olivia Shannon out muscling her opponent, and just a bit of confusion between Jennifer Rizzo and Gorzalani, and that's resulted in a JSW Soorma Hockey Club goal. We will wait to confirm who's been credited. I think it's Sonam, who emerged as the leading goal getter for JSW Soorma in the previous edition, and the youngster has notched one for herself.
Yeah, we've spoken time and time again about Sonam, the player that she is, and just how we were expecting a little bit more from her. She showed us now today that poaching mentality. She just threw herself at it, and what an important goal for this Soorma Hockey Club.
We've seen Team Soorma finally played to potential in the previous encounter. And with a little over 5 minutes left on the clock for the first quarter break, JSW Soorma are calling the shots. Shrachi Bengal Tigers, it's fair to say, would also have been left a bit knackered by the goings on yesterday. It's just the fact that you have to play 3 games in 4 days is taxing enough, and then you have a shootout and a sudden death, which seemed unending to contend with. Shrachi Bengal Tigers looking for the deflection from inside the circle, not to be.
Now, at that moment, it hit Poniba Dav's foot as it was crashed across here. It's beautiful play though, but that ball, the fact that it's skipping across, yes, it's really difficult for the defenders to stop, but to link up with a teammate as well is very difficult. You see Sarah Robertson on the ball, passing over to Cedrus on the right-hand side, leading in and out, linking up really well with Maria Granato there. There's a wide lead. Granato chooses not to take it, except takes it inside herself, and then Robertson plays it back as well. And finding Okawa there, leading and around the right-hand side. JSW Soorma enjoying some possession, but Manuel on the ball, and she's a player we did give player of the match to yesterday for her creativity going forward, her individual skills. Any person watching who enjoys doing 3D skills should watch that player. And as Coach Rani looks onto her team, you've got to think she will be happy. Moving in this third quarter with just over 3 minutes left, they've got a 1-0 advantage.
Now Sonam has joined Charlotte Englebert and Hebe Janssen on 5 goals, which is the most in Women's Hockey India League history. That's a creditable effort for someone so young, but again brimming with so much talent, and which is one of the standout aspects of the Women's Hockey India League as well. It's shown light on a number of players that might have otherwise gone under the radar. Also has provided a great pathway for women's hockey in India. These have been tough times because the Indian women have not qualified for the FIH Pro League. They have been relegated, but they have a World Cup qualifier to contend with, which is what the lady on your screen, of course, is training for, coming back as she has after a rather debilitating ankle injury. And that is a tournament to be look forward to in March, happening in Hyderabad. And then they have the Asian Games as well later this year. So plenty to look forward to. I'm sure you remember the last time we had the Olympic qualifiers here in Ranchi a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, it was a heartbreak then for India, but just showcasing the talent that all the nations could bring was immense. And the USA at that point taking the qualification over India, it was a really interesting game. It was tough for someone who obviously would be very much a neutral, but just wanted the best. And you could see it's always heartbreaking when you see someone who obviously wants to go to the Olympics. It's a dream for so many, not be able to on that point. But then, like you say, Arun, there's so much hockey this year. We've got so much to look forward to. Like you say, the upcoming competition in Hyderabad. Scotland are going to be there as well. I'll definitely be keeping a keen eye.
I'll be keeping a keen eye on your loyalties as well. Split loyalties, anyone?
I'll always cheer on India, absolutely. Except if they play Scotland.
Smart answer. But indeed, one of the women who's shone brightly for the US of A, the previous occasion, is also here as well, Jennifer Rizzo, who has been one of the standout goalkeepers all tournament. And her performance will be critical for Srachi Bengal Tigers ahead of the final. It's also an interesting conundrum, Nikki, for teams now playing their last league encounters, because ahead of the final, you also don't want to be revealing your cards too much.
Yeah, you can see teams almost play like chess-like hockey because it's all tactical. You don't want to show too much. You can play a little bit more generic as it is. However, teams may start the game doing that. However, you want to win. These players are so competitive. They want to showcase their skills, so it can be tricky to maintain that.
And that will be the end of the first quarter, a quarter in which JLW Soorma Hockey Club started on a rousing note, but Lal Ramsiami might want a referral. And yes, indeed. Hang on, Team Soorma.
Referral के लिए बोल रहे हैं before the वो. Okay?
They are going for the referral.
Rama, can you hear me?
Yes, Deepa. Yes, Deepa, go ahead.
I have play on, but Tigers saying it's a back stick and it's a penalty corner. Can you check it?
So Tigers are checking for the back stick and penalty corner. I'll have a look.
So right on the stroke of quarter time, we're looking for a back stick. Deepa, the umpire who has taken the referral. So as the ball comes through here, what does that hit? So it's difficult to see from this angle. You'll need to see kind of the opposite angle. This should be a really good point to see. So as the ball is fired in, what is the angle of this stick? Well, it's going to be very close. You can see the curved edge of the stick is visible. So if it hits the back, what's known as the back of the stick, the curved edge, then that is a bag stick. If it hits the edge, then it is play on. This is going to be very close. From the angles that we can see on our monitor currently, I'm airing towards back stick. However, unless it's completely clear, you cannot give advice.
Lal Ramsiami seemed to be in a rather good position as she made the shot, but she might have caught just a fleeting glimpse of it. So it's perhaps down to the TV umpire Ramapo.
Deepa?
Yes.
There is no advice possible. You can stay on your original decision, but the Tigers keep the referral.
Thank you.
It's a fair adjudication at the end of it. No advice indeed was possible, and Srirachi Bengal Tigers will not lose a referral, so it's a no-win, no-lose situation. At the end of quarter one, JSW Soorma Hockey Club 1, Srirachi Bengal Tigers 0.
So JSW Soorma Hockey Club will be the happier of the two teams. They started this match at a really good pace. Maria Granato giving one of her first clear shots on target, as we see Jennifer Rizzo called into action a number of times. Lam Shiami showing her blistering pace, but Penny Squibb stepping up, guiding her along the baseline and just nullifying any threat. Olivia Shannon, as she has been all tournament, really well played down the flanks of the pitch. And then this, a little bit of miscommunication, a goal line scramble, and Sonam from JSW Soorma able just to reverse poke this home to give her team a 1-0 advantage at quarter time. So at the end of quarter one, we can see that circle penetrations, Tigers having one more than Soorma Hockey Club at 8-7. Soorma Hockey Club having one shot, but one goal from that. The Tigers having 3 shots, but 0 goals. So JSW Soorma more clinical at the moment. The Tigers will want to rectify that in the next 15 minutes.
It's been a challenging half for the goalkeepers as well, especially that of the Srirachi Bengal Tigers. Jennifer Rizzo starting on goal as the second quarter action is underway now. In fairly warm conditions here in Ranchi, it's a 3 p.m. start, and we also have a couple more games coming up from the Men's Hockey India League as well, and do stay tuned for that later today. We have the HILGC taking on the Srirachi Bengal Tigers at 5 p.m. followed by the Hyderabad Tufans taking on the Ranchi Royals at 7:30. So plenty of hockey action to ensure that you don't have any midweek blues.
Yeah, the sun is shining and there is hockey either live in the stands or on the television. So this is wonderful to see. As you say, how can you be sad when you've got this talent on the telly?
The Bengal Tigers would want to not just give some of their squad players like Sukhveer Kaur, who started on the forward line today, a bit of a run out. Mahima Chaudhary is again one of those players who has got an opportunity over these last couple of games. And one of the Soorma players in fact has gone down in a heap, has copped a blow on the face by the looks of it.
Yeah, that was Vaishnavi, I think, but she is totally fine on the ball now and helping with a midline transition, but not the accuracy that Jyoti wanted. She had to try and chase the ball back and she wasn't able to keep it in. Yeah, there's Vaishnavi. Thankfully, totally fine, but if the stick or the ball hits you during these games, both are very hard and do hurt indeed.
And looking for the give and go was Emma Finlay. Olivia Shannon has her sights on a potential cross here, and she has squatted the ball past everybody And somehow it's missed the goal.
Olivia Shannon, beautiful play once again on the right-hand side. How has she missed that? It's like she went to go in the near post and then it went all the way across the goal line. We'll just see the replay now. Wonderful stick and ball positioning there. Yeah, it's a slight touch that Rizzo gets on the ball, and that's the only thing that keeps it out there.
Olivia Shannon has been a spunky competitor. Has always put her 100% on the pitch. Hasn't always been a beneficiary of a lot of success. Even as we see, Srirachi Bengal Tigers have made a change on goal. Aditi Maheshwari is now on goal instead of Jennifer Rizzo on the Srirachi Bengal Tigers side, and it's a good move to give young Aditi an opportunity to demonstrate her talent, but also to give the most informed goalkeeper in the league a bit of a breather. Soorma are on the prowl. Not able to stave off the attack yet. Ajmina Kujur with the ball.
And a really important wide pass there. Olivia Shannon unable to keep the ball under control there. One thing JSW Soorma have to do if they keep on peppering the goal is when they get the ball back, and hope Rani would agree with me here, is that you don't want to keep going through that central channel. The Bengal Tigers have a really solid defensive unit, so you want to utilise the width of the pitch.
Ajmina Kujur trying to play one of her teammates up front, wasn't entirely successful. Again, Ajmina Kujur is a player who has, like many of her compatriots, risen through adversity. Always plays with a smile on her face. The other evening when we were taking a group photograph, very kindly offered to click the photograph herself. Didn't make too much of our photographic skills at any rate.
Yeah, I know, that was a really fun moment actually, just getting to communicate and link with the players, almost as we see Robertson and Shannon linking through the side. JSW Soorma, you just wonder what could have been. The way they're playing now, the freedom, the flow, what would have happened if they'd have started this tournament like this? Could we be seeing different teams in the final, or even trying to get to those playoff positions?
It's definitely an interesting point to ponder over, Nikki. And there is a strong argument to be made that they weren't that bad for the majority of their campaign. In fact, over the course of the first two games, they had conceded only a goal apiece.
Oh no, they were brilliant in certain aspects of their game, just though the team connectivity seemed to be their only downfall, and why they just couldn't convert the chances that came their way.
JSW Soorma Hockey Club with a lead against the name are building up slowly in a rather measured fashion from behind. Good to see Lal Ramsiami as predatory as always, trying to win the ball early in midfield. It's a good takedown this time from Noor Debat, who showed remarkable composure in the shootout yesterday.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to stereotype, but one thing the Dutch seem to be very good at is taking those shootouts. Olivia Shannon at the heart of this JSW Soorma attack and drawing a penalty corner for her team. As she ran through with the ball here, a few heavy tackles going in. Raposo there, that's a stick tackle, and you see how Raposo keeps hold and hooks the stick, stopping Shannon from able to playing the ball, and I think correct decision there by Shivani Sharma to give the penalty corner.
Soorma have an opportunity to demonstrate their drag flicking chops here. They have Manuela Villar in the first battery. Will she be the one taking the shot? It will go to the first battery. It's an interesting variation, still with a chance off the post, and there's an almighty melee there. And eventually Aditi Maheshwari has got the ball under her feet, but there will be take two.
Robertson here injecting. There was a shift at the top, then Penny Squibb puts it behind her back. The drag flick initially saved, but then this pass hits the post and then it's a bit of a scramble. So the re-award, it's a missed trap, and that's a wasted opportunity for JSW Soorma. What a shame for them.
And you really wouldn't want to do that with the likes of Penny Squibb on the pitch. But this was the previous opportunity. What a chance coming off the post, but Aditi Maheshwari doing well by and large to stay on top of the ball. Has been given an opportunity in the stead of Jennifer Rizzo, who has been given a break, which is, according to me, the right call. Bengal Tigers on the prowl, on the right, scanning the pitch higher, and they have a penalty corner against their name. You have to believe that JSW Soorma were caught napping just a bit. Copped the ball on the foot inside the circle, almost seemed like sitting ducks. Vandana Kataria using all her experience. Yes, a little unfortunate on that occasion. But there is the girl in neon socks, Augustina Gorzalani, in the first battery alongside Gurjeet Kaur in the second. Sasha Beninga will deliver the injection. It is the first battery injection. She does try to go for the spot between the goalkeeper and the pole defender. A ricochet, a chance, has been kept out. No debates. Backhander could not breach the defense.
Yeah, Nidhi there doing just about enough, but Lamshyami coming in, taking that shot, and a beautiful stick save there from Nidhi in goal. She's being asked to do a lot for her team at the moment, but she's standing up, proud and strong.
That one was struck high and dangerous. Gurjeet Kaur hasn't had too many opportunities in the playing 11 this tournament. Good to see her in action as well.
Yeah, Gorzalani on the ball now, even in the shade, those bright neon socks signifying that she is the tournament's current goal scorer, shining through, almost glowing as we see her on the ball now. She's looking to connect with her team. That's a dangerous ball through, really important touch there onto the foot of Beningay there. So the previous PC comes to the near castle. It's play on, which I like to see, and then it's this shot here from Lamshyami. It's a little bit off balance, so that's why it takes a slight bit of the pace off of it, and the trajectory is high. Take nothing away though. Nidhi in goal. What a wonderful stick save.
Not able to take that down was Lalan Pui. They are employing a half press, if you will. The Bengal Tigers. Gorzalani again slotting in as the free player for the most part. Lalan Pui has done well to extricate the ball from a tight spot. Ranchi Bengal Tigers have been knocking on the doors for quite some time. A goal does look imminent.
It does, but if you are JSW Soorma, you will try your hardest not to let that happen. And you can see the solid defensive unit for JSW Soorma in their bright white kit as Sarah Robertson takes down that aerial delivered from Gorzalani. Just try to run this clock down with 5 minutes left, maybe mount one or two more attacks, but just continue their possession prowess as they have demonstrated really well in this first and second quarter so far. It's beautiful off-ball movement as well, unable to keep the ball in. There was Kuja, but you can see what this team is trying to do.
Lal Ramsiami again on the wings, looking up for a potential cross, also a potential penalty corner. Neither of those in fact culminated, but the Bengal Tigers are proving to be more purposeful as the game inches ahead. Raposo with a very nice aerial, very well taken down as well, but that was an opportunity that's gone a begging. Purnima Yadav not able to hold on to the ball, and JLW are on the break. Sukhveer Kaur has been dislodged.
She has by the free player Gozalani, their beautiful timed tackle, and this is better from the Bengal Tigers, but you can see, as we spoke about, the central channel being very much clogged up by JSW Soorma when they are in the defensive mode. That's because that's the most dangerous and threatening place that the opposition can go to. It's the quickest and most direct route towards goal, and so the teams try and stop you from going there.
That was a lovely trap from Maria Granato. Made it look a lot easier than what it was. It's a good sequence of passes, and trying to play the person inside, and they have a penalty corner, or in fact they don't. But what a promising passage of play it has been for Team Soorma.
Yeah, it was really good. Manuela Villa on the ball there, just turning very nicely, then playing the ball back. She's holding those central midfield positions at the moment, as we see Soorma in their back three. So really wonderful play. Again, the ball hit across here, the diving deflection, but it hitting the foot, unfortunately, at that point of the first goal scorer, Sonam, and then a free hit being awarded.
It's been even Stevens thus far, regardless of what the scoreline might suggest. Soorma have inched ahead, but they will be wary of a resurgent Tigers. Just to recap things for you, the Shrachi Bengal Tigers have already qualified for the final. The rules dictate that the teams that finish in the top two of the points table at the end of the league stage will play the final, and it will indeed be the ST Pipers versus the Shrachi Bengal Tigers. Great movement from Mahima with a wonderful cross, exquisitely played into space towards Mahima Chaudhary.
But then Sonam coming in her defensive responsibilities and this point, and intercepting that ball much better from the Shrachi Bengal Tigers there, starting the attack on the right, switching it to the left, and then transitioning, or attempting to, once again to the right hand side. Now you say, obviously, we know the two teams who will be in the final. However, Arun, you want to make sure you're on the podium. There are medals for the top three teams, and that's all important there. So I know that either the Ranchi Royals or JSW Soorma know that every game matters for them as well.
Indeed, and the Royals will take on the ST Pipers tomorrow. Chance here, going for the overhead. We have less than a minute on the clock, and the Shrachi Bengal Tigers are looking for a late equalizer in this opening period. She made a forlorn glance towards the umpire, not to be look at Olivia Shannon go. She was shadowed by Gorzalani. A clash between two international players of some pedigree.
Yeah, Gorzalani there, I don't really think she was attempting to get the ball that much. Olivia Shannon asking for the foul, but the umpire is saying you've still got possession, therefore it's play on. Ball going in, but that's deflected out. And with 15 seconds left, I think the Tigers will take their time in this one.
Indeed, they will want to run out the clock at the moment and not endure any further damage. That signals the end of what's been a highly entertaining opening half. with both the teams trading blows. However, JLW Soorma Hockey Club, where the teams that landed the punches when it mattered, and by virtue of that, they have a 1-0 advantage. So at halftime, JLW Soorma Hockey Club 1, Ranchi Bengal Tigers 0.
हम मैच हारने के बाद भी एक साथ है, अगर हम जीते हैं तो भी एक साथ है, तो सभी टीम के लिए ये इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि जब वो एज ए टीम वर्क करते हैं तो वो चीज़ ज़रूरी रहता है, और हम एज ए टीम ही है, चाहे हम हारे चाहे हम जीते.
You know that if we win 2 games and some of the other teams lose a couple of games, that we could end up third, and I guess that gives you a little bit of extra motivation and it puts a smile on your face. I mean, a win is always fun, so yeah, we'll aim to try and take some points off the next 2 teams.
बदला तो ज़रूर लेना है और जीत के निकलना है. आई नो, क्योंकि हम ज़्यादा मार्जिन से नहीं हारे, हमें पता चल गया हमारी लास्ट टाइम उनके साथ क्या गलतियाँ थी, बट अभी भी होप नहीं छोड़नी क्योंकि 2 मैच है, रिजल्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है.
The next 2 games, it's taking that pride and showcasing how good women's sport is and how good women's hockey here is in India, and giving the girls the best chance to shine on the biggest stage.
अभी मेरे दिमाग में कुछ नहीं आ रहा. ऑन द फील्ड मैं ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव रहती हूँ. ऑफ द फील्ड काम अच्छे से सबके साथ बात करना, किसी भी चीज़ से नहीं लगता, खुद से ही लगता होगा शायद कि जब मैं गुस्से में आ जाती हूँ तो पता नहीं क्या करूँगी. मुझे गाने सुनना पसंद है तो मोस्टली गाने सुनती हूँ. घर के राजमा चावल. टोक्यो में जब हमने क्वार्टर फाइनल जीता था, मेरा सपना है कि नेक्स्ट ओलंपिक खेलूं और मेडल लेकर आऊं. गुस्सा इरिटेट हो जाती हूँ जब कोई ज़्यादा तंग करे तो. हमारी नेशनल किट जर्सी, नेशनल जर्सी.
Welcome back to the Hero Hockey India League, where Ranchi Bengal Tigers are taking on the JSW Soorma Hockey Club, who got off to a rollicking start today, and that was capped off by a 10th minute goal scoring effort by Sonam, who is now the joint highest goal scorer.
The JSW Soorma Hockey Club showcasing their attacking talents this evening for sure. They started the game really well, and then even on the defence, when the speedster Laram Shyami was accelerating up the left-hand side, Penny Squibb channeled her the entire way, not putting in the foul, just watching the ball. Olivia Shannon has been really one player to watch in most every attack. She was involved in the goal-scoring opportunity that Sonam then threw herself at Rizzo and Augustino Gorzalani, getting their wires crossed there. But one person who didn't was Sonam, and she slotted that ball home. Olivia Shannon almost scored for herself came off the post, just about saved well enough there from Aditi in goal for the Bengal Tigers. Shot hitting the post here, the rebound from Shannon, and then the clearance out. Then as the second quarter drew to an end, it was the Srirachi Bengal Tigers who started to assert their dominance in winning penalty corners. However, Borzalani was well run down, and then the follow-up shot here from Lauram Shyami was fantastically saved once again by Aditi, who has come in. Nidhi, who has come in and been really impressive and strong for her team. Sarah Robertson there from JSW Soorma. She has been looking, as she has in previous games, to be the link player between defence and attack. So it is at half-time 1-0 to JSW Soorma. They've had 2 shots over 1 goal, and Bengal Tigers have had 3 shots. There's been more circle penetrations for the Bengal Tigers. They have 4 more than JSW Soorma. However, when you're looking at those stats, yes, you may think we're winning there, but they still have to score that all-important goal.
The points table is a reiteration of how things have unfolded. SG Pipers and Srirachi Bengal Tigers, by virtue of topping and finishing second in the league stage, have already booked their tickets to the final. Ranchi Royals, unfortunately, even if they manage a victory against the SG Pipers tomorrow in their last respective league games, will only finish with a maximum of 9 points. Let's have a listen to what Rani Rampal had to say during the break.
मेरे साथ है रानी रामपाल, JSW सुरमा हॉकी क्लब की हेड कोच. रानी, एक गोल की बढ़त ज़रूर है, लेकिन उनका डिफेंसिव यूनिट काफ़ी सॉलिड है. तो क्या सेकंड हाफ में आप चाहेंगी कि टीम वाइड एरियाज़ का थोड़ा ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल करे?
आई थिंक हम प्रेशर काफ़ी अच्छा डाल रहे हैं. जब भी मिडल में प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, हमें काफ़ी सारी बॉल्स भी मिल रही हैं, और हम उस बॉल्स का अगर अटैकिंग सर्कल में जाके हमें काफ़ी चांसेस भी मिले वो बॉल्स के, बट आई थिंक वी नीड टू बी टफर अटैकिंग सर्कल में, एंड हमें काफ़ी 2-3 अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली, एंड वी नीड टू कन्वर्ट इट.
30 more minutes to go. Thank you so much and all the best.
Well, Rani Rampal sounding largely pleased with how things have gone thus far, but wants her team to be more ruthless inside the circle. Just a look at the neon socks holder. Agustina Gorzalani has put those wonderful neon socks on and is now refusing to part with it. Lola Riera, Navneet Kaur, Lucina Wanderheide and Sunilita Topo all in contention, but at the moment it's the girl from Argentina.
Yeah, she's held those socks for quite a while now. She'll be looking to score another goal just to extend her lead. Now let's hear from Deepak Thakur, the head coach of the Srirachi Bengal Tigers.
मेरे साथ Srirachi Bengal Tigers के हेड कोच दीपक ठाकुर. कोच, फिलहाल आपकी टीम 1-0 से ट्रेल कर रही है, लेकिन टैक्टिकल स्टैंड पॉइंट से क्या बदलाव करना चाहेंगे आप सेकेंड हाफ में?
देखिए, थोड़ा कंट्रोल हॉकी खेलना चाह रहा हूँ. बॉल पोजीशन हमें अपने पास रखना है. बड़ी जल्दी हम बॉल पोजीशन ख़राब कर रहे हैं, और नेक्स्ट 2 क्वार्टर्स हमने यही बोला कि जितनी बॉल अपने पास रख सकते हैं, बॉल पोजीशन रखें अपने पास.
चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द सेकंड हाफ.
Deepak Thakur again understating the importance of holding on to possession for a lot longer than they did during the first period. Largely satisfied with how things have unfolded thus far, but would want to just polish on a few aspects that he thinks they are lagging behind at. Aditi will continue to hold her place under the bar at the start of this third quarter, as both the Bengal Tigers and Soorma are ready for resumption in play in the second half.
And you could see there just 2 opposing players, but 2 friends in Eningay and Shannon just having a conversation at the halfway line. Nice to know what they are discussing there. I'm sure it's the wonderful atmosphere, the wonderful weather, fantastic environment, and the Hero Hockey India League itself for this team.
And good to see families and friends in attendance as well. We had a chat with a couple of friends and relatives as well of the players around here, as we are all set for resumption of action in the second period. Sosha Beninga with a pushback as quarter 3 is underway. A recap of the scoreline: JLW Soorma Hockey Club lead 1-0 against the Srirachi Bengal Tigers, who have begun on the front foot here. And in deep defense are JLW Soorma Hockey Club in the commentary box. This is Arun Venugopal, and I'm joined alongside Nikki Lloyd, who finds her cup of tea to be rather cold.
I was really looking forward to my half-time cuppa, but it's slightly tepid, I will say. However, I'm sure I will warm myself up with the hockey on display right now as we see JSW Soorma trying to link up, but that ball pace just slightly too hard at the beginning. You can see Deepak Thakur as the head coach of the Srirachi Bengal Tigers. I've always thought of him as a little bit, very calm but quite serious, but as his team was warming up today, he was in front of the DJ on the pitch, showing some serious dance moves.
Indeed, Deepak Thakur. His expression can sometimes belie the kind of character that he is. Certainly a lot more funny than what he seems, I can assure you that, Nikki. His answers, in fact, during the pre-match interviews are laced with a tinge of humor. You seldom detect it while the conversation is on. It hits you only a little later as Soorma are mounting another offensive. They have been good, and they have been liberated by the fact that they have nothing to lose in the competition. And their last 2 games have been proof of the pudding.
Yeah, they were speaking about Deepak Thakur and his dancing skills, and here we are. Our fabulous team behind the scenes managed to capture him doing, I'm not going to describe as dad dancing there.
I wonder how he will take to that. Is he looking a bit surprised at just catching him on the replay? I doubt that. But always good to see the coaches express themselves as well, not just the players. It's a great stage, really, the Hero Hockey India League, where the characters really come to the fore. As it's a good bit of play by Srirachi Bengal Tigers. Anjali, again one of the Junior India players who took part in the Junior World Cup at Santiago recently.
Really wonderful to see her in this lineup today. And yes, the younger players may not have featured as much, but they will have been watching their team. They'll have been part of every practice and training session. So that's a firing shot there from Monica, unable to be trapped. But yeah, although they don't play as many minutes, they're still 100% part of this team and this unit.
JLW Soorma looking for the build back, and along the wings at the moment, moving along with fluidic grace indeed. It's been a good sequence of sequestered passes, really, going along the wings quickly. It's Jimena Cedres. Good to see her, in fact, playing all the games this season. She wasn't available for the better part of the tournament last year because of an injury, and good to see her be an integral part of the team all through. Anjali Gautam on this occasion.
Yeah, Gautam there trying to thread that inside pass, but Penny Squibb, as the free player, read the line perfectly and has now threaded the ball through to a teammate, Bano, but Bano there couldn't get the ball under control. And this is the difficulty when you push players up like Penny Squibb. You do leave yourself open for potential play. Now we see beautiful 3D skill. Victoria Manuel coming through. That's a back stick, and that will be given as a penalty corner.
That was a brilliant piece of attacking hockey from Victoria Manuel. She did everything except score on that occasion. Was a delight to watch her unleash her skills. Again, eyes up hockey, then great 3D skills. Dodging 1 and 2 defenders. quick succession. Then there was the back stick. Salima Tete, the guilty party, but great skills on display from Manuel. Using her kickers to perfection. I think Savita Punia is now under the bar for JSW Soorma. Oh no, I beg your pardon. It is in fact Nidhi who continues under the goal. Purnima with the injection. It's a first battery injection. Gurjeet Kaur plays it back to the injector. Gurjeet Kaur has been India's designated drag flicker at the international level for a number of years. He's still with the ball. Sukhveer Kaur looking for support up front. Not to be.
A really important tackle. There was a nice variation by the Tigers, but it was a poor first touch by Purnima Yadav, and then it was scramble attack, and JSW Soorma able to just use their defensive positioning to put the ball over the back line, and a long corner given. That's a really good outcome from giving away a bit of a sloppy penalty corner. Raposo on the ball there, winding around, drawing the foul. She's been a little bit quiet today. You'll want to see more of her. The foul has been given. The player's not hearing the whistle. Raposo just showcasing skill. Yeah, near castle injection here. Back to injector. That's a poor first touch, as I said, from Purnima Yadav. And then Raposo trying some 3D skill in there and it not coming off. Aerial ball into a crowded area. That is always going to be the defending team's ball. And Noor the Bat, I think, has just worn the stick or ball on the head. Just taking a little bit of time. Anything that hits the head, you want to make sure these players are okay. And Noor the Bat just jogging away now.
How do you assess the concussion protocols in the game of hockey, Nikki, at the moment?
So we can see actually it was friendly fire. Unfortunately, that was a hit from Victoria Manuel, her stick on Noor de Bat, as both players came to. I think the best way to do it is it's better to be overcautious. To be concussed, it could be the slightest knock, and actually you can be out for months or years with concussion. So it's always best if I think anyone gets a stick or a ball to the head. Personally, I think they should go off the pitch and just have an assessment then that situation. Wonderful skill again from Manuel. She gets the ball but just loses control there, and Penny Squibb plays the ball away. They might refer this because that looked potentially high and dangerous.
Steam referee. Rama, can you hear me?
Yes, Shivani, go ahead.
I have awarded a foot for Tigers. She said this is a high ball. Look at this. This is a dangerous ball or not?
Checking for the danger, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so Manuel here once again, this 3D wizardry that she's able to showcase plays on here. Penny Squibb using her body then to secure the ball, looks to clear it away, as you'll see her whip round here, and then that ball is played. And from this angle, this does look like it is played high into Manuel's thigh, and you can play the ball shin pad and below and count it as a foot. But from the angle we first saw, this looks high and dangerous, and therefore is above the shin pad, just on the side of the top bit of the knee. And so I think this will be turned into a penalty corner, and the Shirachi Bengal Tigers will keep their referral.
Shivani,
Yes, Shama.
I have an advice for you. The ball is dangerous. You can restart with the penalty corner, and the Tigers keep the referral.
Thank you.
And Nikki Lloyd keeping her umpiring aspirations alive with yet another good call. Both adhering to the letter and the spirit of the law, as she always has been. I wonder how you were during your playing days.
No comment. We actually don't have time for that answer, Arun. We have to discuss this upcoming penalty corner.
Well dodged, well dodged. But Gorzalani is in the first battery. We have Gurjeet Kaur in the second battery. Will they go with a second battery injection this time around? They in fact go with Gorzalani, and she makes no mistake. Yet again, the girl with the neon socks is in no mood to part ways with it. She continues to dominate the goal scoring list, and Ranchi Bengal Tigers have an equalizer courtesy of that thunderous strike.
Yeah, really great injection here. Wonderful trap. And then Gorzalani, previously she's been favouring the right post as she looks at it. This time she stays lower and longer on the ball, directing it to the left-hand side, keeps it nice and low. And that is a wonderful celebration. And another goal, as you say, Arun, for the current Hero Hockey India League women's top goal scorer. So we've got a game on our hands now. Yes, Ranchi Bengal Tigers have already qualified for the final, but JSW Soorma Hockey Club will want to put the pressure on the Ranchi Royals and look to take that third place spot if they can. 27 goals in the tournament so far now, 2 penalty strokes, 13 penalty corners and 12 field goals.
A stunning riposte from Ranchi Bengal Tigers and Augustina Gorzalani. We did mention yesterday how she hails from a family of very interesting backgrounds. Really, Gorzalani's father was a war veteran in the Falkland War. Her mother, in fact, played quite a bit of hockey. Alejandro Gorzalani, her father, continues to inspire her. She did speak about how his feats gave her goosebumps to an Indian publication. She continues to be inspired by him. Has a younger brother who also took to sport for a bit before forsaking it to pursue an academic career. Gorzalani with 5 goals, well and truly on top of the list. Now Granato inside the circle. Soorma do not get the PC they want.
Now Gorzalani there, she picks this ball up well. She looks to connect and pass with her team, looking for Mumtaz. But the space was open for her to have that shot, and normally that's what you would see her doing, having that shot on target, but that time Granato wanted to make the pass. JSW Soorma high press now, looking to collapse any time the ball plays into the middle of the pitch. Bengal Tigers, however, straight and square passing, knowing that's the best way to beat a zonal press that they're facing against Soorma.
Gorzalani doing the right thing, dictating play from the back, and another underrated campaigner has been Valentina Raposo, her defensive teammate from Argentina. The Bengal Tigers number 4 has played a stellar role in defense, was picked up for 30 lakh, which turned out to be a masterstroke really for the Ranchi Bengal Tigers. They've invested heavily in their back line, having picked up Gorzalani for 42 lakh Indian rupees, the highest in the women's auction. And then Raposo for 30 lakh.
Yes, and you may think I'd heavily investing there, but it seems to be paying off for them as we see this replay. Well picked up, and then Hamshami just coming through the back of Nisha, and a free hit being awarded. It was a strong whistle by the umpire Shivani Sharma, because it was not the best tackle that we have seen. Yes, the Tigers invested heavily in their backline, but they aren't just backline players. Gorzalani obviously offering that penalty corner threat, and doing so beautifully. And Raposo as well. Yes, she's a defender, but I wouldn't describe her as a defensive player within her style. She wants to get up the pitch. She wants to link. And so I think they've been very clever. Beautiful pick up now here by JSW Soorma, looking for that attacking momentum for her team was Soorma. She wasn't able to get that, but she got a long corner, which will be asked to be retaken as the ball was not put in the correct position and there were 2 balls on the pitch.
It's an interesting distinction you make between her actual playing position and her playing style, which I think is an important point to consider given her temperament and approach. As Manuel plays the ball up ahead, Noor Debat scans the pitch up, goes for the square pass, has been trapped the first time. They've had to retreat a bit. Lalran Pui now playing the ball across to her Mizoram fellow Mizo, Lalran Siami.
The Tigers in a back 4 formation at the moment whilst they are outletting. They've then got 1 deep screen player, 1 high, and then a player on the right hand side for the midfield, so it allows them just to overload that side. Here we can see though then the disconnect we're seeing currently is, yes, you've got 1 free pass, but there isn't another one, and that's the downfall of that Tigers attack. If you have a forward pass, that's great. You then need one of your fullbacks to come closer, and you need someone from the forward line to post up and give an easy passing option as well.
Lalran Pui has done well to dispossess her opponent of the ball. Vandana Kataria was up front, so it could have proved perilous for JSW Soorma.
Now we see the different outletting style from JSW Soorma. They're having a 3 at the back at the moment, putting 2 players high, but their midfield line, having 4 in midfield currently, is just too compact and too close to their defending circle for the distance between the midfield and the forward line too great, and an easy turnover, which we've just seen. Renato there trying to put pressure on, unable to do so effectively, and it was Pochav who got the ball, and then the 3D player of the match from a previous encounter, Manuel, trying to showcase those tactics and those bits of trickery again. However, Soorma Hockey Club up to the challenge now. Beautiful takedown there as we see from Bano. Bano passing across to Salima Tete, trying for that 1-2. Are they going to get the ball back? No. Bano there losing her footing, and it was a free hit out. Almost a strong attack from JSW Soorma, but it didn't amount to anything. Wonderful defensive work rate against Manuela by Villar there against Manuel.
She's had a good couple of outings. Victoria Manuel was the player of the match recently. In fact, she emerged a player of the match in yesterday's game. Another spirited, tight encounter between the 2 finalists. Soorma going purposefully ahead, a chance for Granato. She will take the shot, just off target. Went for the far post on that occasion. Maria Granato was a good option, but just off target.
It was just off target, millimeters of that. Granato usually favours her backhand, but that little left to right drag, taking that shot on her forehand, it's flat as a pancake. That wasn't far off. And then he had the diving from Hinabano there, but just half a second too late.
I really love the trajectory on it. It was, like you rightly mentioned, as flat as a delicious pancake, even as quarter 3 comes to an end. Another eventful quarter in which Shrachi Bengal Tigers came roaring back into the match with a Gorzalani special. Another ferociously struck drag flick that resulted in her 5th goal of the competition, and also the equalizer. So at the end of quarter 3, Shrachi Bengal Tigers 1, JSW Soorma Hockey Club 1.
The Sriracha Bengal Tigers very much still in this match thanks to a goal from the one, the only Augustine Gorzalani, who is still the top goal scorer in this tournament. There's been some short corner play here. We see it was given away by Penny Squibb as that was deemed dangerous. Gorzalani coming here, an adjustment at the top of the circle by the trapper, and then Gorzalani favouring the left side at the moment. A beautiful delivery and goal from her.
I think she caught the goalkeeper by surprise, really. She might have anticipated the ball to come between her and the post defender. This one from Granato towards the back end of the third quarter was a clear-cut opportunity for Team Soorma. Just look at the numbers, that will tell you how close things have been. The Bengal Tigers have had 10 more circle penetrations than Team Soorma, who in fact started on an attacking note. The penalty corner numbers are fairly even. Sriracha Bengal Tigers have taken 3 more shots on target. Nidhi continues to hold her place under the bar. And Jennifer Rizzo is back in action for the Sriracha Bengal Tigers in this fourth and final quarter, as the teams will look to break the deadlock. It will be Purnima Yadav who will initiate proceedings for the Sriracha Bengal Tigers, who are playing their third game in 4 days.
Yeah, the Tigers definitely won't want this game to go to another shootout, but actually neither will JSW Soorma as they launch the first attack of the final quarter. They'll be looking to get a shot away on target. That's hit a foot, and that will be a penalty corner within the first 21 seconds of the final quarter. Really great play, wonderful momentum here. We see the turn. There we go from Bimna Dehan, and she finds the foot. Second time of asking, just lifting the ball, it hitting the shin pad. That being deemed part of the foot, and a penalty corner has been given.
It's a good opportunity yet again for Team Soorma to go up. Shihori Oikawa, who has been one of the designated drag flickers, she's in the first battery. Penny Squibb, who scored a goal or two from this position, is in the second battery. It will go to Penny Squibb, not the cleanest trap. And that eventually puts paid to any hopes of a second goal for JLW Soorma Hockey Club.
Not a great injection, it was a lifted one, so that's why we saw Penny Squibb take the hit over her more traditional and expected drag flick. Binema there then hitting her foot. So they started really well, JSW Soorma, a lot of concentration and momentum to win that corner, but then it just seemed like they dipped a little bit, turned off, and you cannot do this against a Tigers team.
Again, good to see Binima Dhan, the JLW Soorma number 57. She did score a goal against Namibia during the Junior World Cup late last year. Again, hails from this part of the country in Jharkhand. Good to see a lot of the youngsters getting an opportunity, even as we have 2 more games coming up later today. Just a look at this opportunity. Maria Granato trying to take it down. And she was a bit crossed with Deepa on that occasion.
Yes, Granato, as we've seen before, likes to have conversations with the umpires and just make sure her point is received. On that occasion, I would agree with Deepa, though that's a beautiful little lifted deflection. A wonderful idea by Sasha Beninga. However, her teammates couldn't connect with her on that opportunity. Now JSW Soorma, quite a flat back three at the moment, pushing their midfielders, right midfielders, up the sideline. But once again, the Bengal Tigers really good at stopping anything in the midfield. Wonderful as we come into the D, a slight left to right jab. I think the foot, they're saying, has been given, but once again, what's been a really good part of this whole tournament, the fact that advantage is being played. Yes, there might be a slight foul, but we want free-flowing hockey, and so all players being told you must play to the whistle.
Yes, that's a fair shout really, to play to the whistle. Yet again, trying to sneak in from behind. Just another look at what happened over there, close to the baseline from Emma Finlay. Emma Finlay again hails from an eminent hockey playing background. Her father used to play some hockey, and her three siblings have also been hockey players. Her brother has played at the international level. Her two sisters, of course, have all gone on to play for New Zealand, either at the junior or the senior level. Emma, Greer and Hannah.
Aerial ball really well taken down there from Manuel, trying to twist and turn, but loses possession for her team. JSW Soorma on the attack. They've overloaded this right-hand side really heavily. Olivia Shannon there driving through the ball, looking to connect, but it's the pace of the ball just a little bit too much for Sonam.
No debate, again has been impressive. Vandana Kataria. She hasn't had a goal against her name during the competition. Olivia Shannon making a brisk sprint and playing the ball over to Jimena Cedres. Inside the striking circle now, our team Soorma very calmly defended as Vandana Kataria does the mopping up. And it's again one of those less flashy, underrated aspects of hockey. The clean pickup, the nerveless defending just in front of the goal. These are the kind of things that sometimes do not make it to the highlights reel, but their importance cannot be overstated. And they have a penalty corner even as we speak.
Yeah, Deepa upgrading that stick tackle foul in the attacking 25 to a penalty corner, and you kind of see it coming. There's been a little bit too much going on, and it was the tackle from Vandana initially that was the one that upgraded that. So the JSW Soorma Hockey Club have another penalty corner. The first one they had in the opening 20 seconds of this fourth quarter was very disappointing. We'll hope for a better injection, a cleaner trap, and with Penny Squibb on the near castle, will we see her perform her skill. It has gone to the near castle. Penny Squibb coming through, and yes, absolutely rocket of a goal. That is how you do it, calm and collected. Has to be said though, the injection, wonderful and flat. The trap, absolutely pinpoint perfect. And then Penny Squibb steps up and slots this home at breakneck speed.
Well, she's worth every penny, indeed. And the returns are pounds to pennies. Absolutely hammered home, really. The resounding whack on the backboard tells you as much as JSW Soorma once again back on the lead. It's at least the second time that Penny Squibb has scored via a drag flick, via a penalty corner in this year's competition. Always a delight to see a power-packed drag flick. Noor, Sasha Benning, I beg your pardon, trying to find space in midfield. And we see that it's goal number 28 in the tournament, with 2 more goals coming by way of penalty corners as opposed to the 12 field goals. This is, of course, in addition to the 2 penalty strokes. Personally, what would give you more satisfaction, a field goal or a goal via a penalty corner?
I think both are beautiful at times. My favourite goal has to be the entire team goal, where you can see just the perfect flow, the off-ball movement. You see it a lot in the Dutch game, where it will start as a 16, and then it's off-ball movement, simple, crisp passes, and then it's almost walked into the back of the goal. I love and will always applaud that. However, the skill taken to hone the drag flick skill and then get into the goal is beautiful. Another opportunity, but unfortunately, Sonam there, she was leaning back the whole way and she skied that shot.
Yeah, the body weight had collapsed on her back. She was looking all set for goal number 2 for herself. Took it first time, but was entirely off balance.
It's a really good option. Wonderful pass across. Yes, Sonam was free, but yeah, opening up the stick face just meant she got really underneath that ball. And now a penalty corner has been given here. Shivani is saying that the ball was going into the space and the defenders then crowded
She's
it.
already in 5. If you want to take referral, you can take.
I think that's a smart way of diffusing the situation. The teams do have the referral should they wish to take it. And yeah, she backed into Beninga on that occasion.
Yeah, for me, Nisha here is coming across and she is going into Beninga's space. Therefore, this is the correct decision. And I agree with you, Arun. The umpires asked, look, if you don't agree, you have your referral. If not, don't need to have a conversation.
It is Gorzalani once again in the first battery, Raposo in the second. It is a first battery injection and a nice bit of variation where Gorzalani played it to Purnima Yadav. It seemed to have caught JLW Soorma by surprise, but Purnima couldn't trap the ball cleanly enough.
That's a slip flick there. Yes, Poonam, she wanted to get on that ball, unable to do so currently. You can see, though, the options and the different styles of corners that the Bengal Tigers are running now. This is a good tactic for them. I know they will want to win this game 100%. They're all very competitive athletes. But when they win their penalty corners, just in case Gorzalani is being run down every time, they want to be able to have different options. JSW Soorma going up the other end immediately and winning a penalty corner. Tight stick skills there from Sonam. She is having a wonderful game. Yes, she's been on the score sheet once before, but that's really good against Raposo.
A slew of penalty corners on either side of the pitch, and that's making for even more absorbing action. The fifth such penalty corner for Team Soorma. Jennifer Rizzo taps the bar almost as a ritualistic signal. Penny Squibb once again is in the second battery. Will they go with her yet again? They go to Penny Squibb, who plays it back to the first battery and then back to the injector. And it's one of those team goals that you speak so highly of, and it couldn't have come to a more enterprising player. Maria Granato on this occasion earning for herself and her team a well-deserved goal. But hang on, Ranchi Bengal Tigers want a referral.
Okay. Please, you go behind. Rama, can you hear me?
Yes, Deepa, go ahead.
I have awarded a goal, but Tiger saying it's a dangerous ball on number 40.
Checking
Defender's
for the
ball.
dangerous.
Yeah, defender's body.
Okay, so a goal was awarded on field, but the Bengal Tigers saying that it was Puja who was actually made this dangerous here. So I love this penalty corner. We call it a back to injector penalty corner for the sole reason that it is going to be passed back to the person who injected it. And then they're asking, actually, I think it's from Granato on Raposo, is that difficult? See, there's nothing wrong with that pass across. This deflection here, no, that's not, in my opinion, that's not dangerous. That's a fantastic short corner goal.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Seemed like a referral more out of desperation than anything.
Can award a goal and the Tigers lose the referral.
Okay.
Yes, spot on once again, Nikki Lloyd. Time for you to don video umpiring duties as well, but we would miss you in broadcast nonetheless.
That's so kind of you. Yeah, far partial injection behind the back slip across to the injector and then a deflection in. That amount of movement in a short corner is really difficult to defend, and you can see that the Ranchi Bengal Tigers defence are at 6s and 7s. What will be interesting as both teams obviously will be having this game watched as well. And will then the SG Pipers watch that, see the holes potentially in the Tigers' defence and use that against them? That Maria Granato finally opening her scoring in this Hero Hockey India League 2025-26. She'll be very happy.
Well deserved, really. Maria Granato again was picked up for upwards of 30 lakh Indian rupees. She has put in the work rate, she has put in the effort without having too much success to speak of, at least in terms of goals. But it's also an interesting point that you bring up, Nikki, in terms of the reconnaissance that the Pipers might want to do ahead of their big final, looking for chinks in the Tigers' armor, and that could very well count as one. And this is why these two games have a lot of significance, as Soorma looking for goal number 4. In tight spaces, the Bengal Tigers have shown brightly once again.
Yeah, they have. JSW Soorma here on the attack. Wonderful running again from Vaishnavi. And the energy that they're showcasing, this being their last match of this league, means sometimes you just find that energy. Sriracha Bengal Tigers, though, they have another match after this, so that can make you feel a little bit more tired, more fatigued. And it's interesting to see how the teams are matching up now. But JSW Soorma Hockey Club, 3 goals up against the Sriracha Bengal Tigers, 1. And who would have predicted this scoreline?
Only you, Nikki Lloyd, only you. And no wonder you were fishing for it. Well done. And you've also proved that you aren't a broken clock anymore. Not getting it right just twice. Gone on to do one better than that. And he's tired after a spot of dance before the game, but he shouldn't be too concerned with the goings on, really. It's a bit of an exploration, this game ahead of the big final.
It is completely, and yes, I don't think he will be that bothered by the scoreline at the moment. He'll be looking more for how his team have been playing, when they've been on the attack or when they've defended well. What have they done positively? And when they have conceded these goals, what are the little changes that they can make to make sure it doesn't happen again?
Again, intercepted higher up the pitch. Just a little frantic there, this piece of action from JSW Soorma. You could perhaps put it down to nervous energy. Remember, their first goal in the competition came in their 4th game, and they had lost each of their first 4 games in the Hero Hockey India League this season, which is why they were quickly out of the reckoning. They were, in fact, the first team to be out of the finals race, but over these last 2 games, they've really bounced back. Let's not forget JSW Soorma were the runners-up in the inaugural edition of the Hero Hockey India League. Rani Rampal, a legend of Indian hockey, a highly decorated former international. She'll be pleased as punch as Lal Ramsiami quickly scans to her left. Just a little heavy on the touch, and Victoria Manuel cannot lay a stick on the ball. She has been mighty impressive. Lal Ramsiami, the amount of miles that she has accumulated, my word, that's been something from this wonderful little magician from Mizoram.
Yeah, and in the back of their tops as well, you can see they've got kind of what looks like a marker sometimes, and that is their GPS. It would be really interesting to get the statistics on the kind of distances that these players are running. Like you say, it's the 3rd game in 4 days. It's got 4 or 5 days. That's putting a lot of pressure through those bodies. But the Sriracha Bengal Tigers, yes, they are currently 3-1 down, but throughout this whole league, they've really impressed. Sarah Robertson on the ball, just crabbing along the sideline, looking for that pass and that foul, but Purnima Yadav there really showcasing how to do a flat stick tackle. The ball played ahead of Olivia Shannon. She's an absolute speedster, strong first touch, and she wants the foul for that, but she doesn't get it. The Tigers then have possession for themselves. Gorzalani comes to take over this, and from the way she's setting up and her team, you can expect an aerial, as she demonstrates perfectly now.
Swachi Bengal Tigers have given Gurjeet Kaur a bit of a run out today, and it's good to see that. But it's Binima, the junior India player, who has done very well to put the ball up front. Granato looking for her second goal. Has been bunted out on the left channel just a wee bit. Sarah Robertson, the player of the match from the previous encounter. It's been an enterprising display of hockey from JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Another brilliant run, a circle entry. Gorzalani showing remarkable alacrity in defense.
Yeah, she's a player that the team will always look to, and then Manuel there coming back to help on the defensive duties. Also Olivia Shannon driving in, and we've spoken already about Gorzalani, her free player positioning, just so she can intercept any of those dangerous balls. A bit of a looping, bouncing ball, just about recovered there by JSW Soorma. And Amnina, as she gets the ball, that's a strong stick tackle there, no doubt, by Jyoti, and a penalty corner awarded. I don't think they can have any issue with that. The question's coming to the umpire, yes, that Shivani is showcasing that, no, if you want to refer this, you can, but that, oof, by Jyoti on Anjala is 100%, in my opinion, a stick tackle worthy of a penalty corner.
The Swachi Bengal Tigers have a chance to pull one back, and Nidhi, for her part, will have a chance to halt Gorzalani's strike potentially. Should they go to Gorzalani yet again, or will they opt for an indirect approach? It goes for the second battery. It's a good strike, and the ricochet has been bunted into the backboard. It is Lalrem Siami who scored, but JSW Soorma, in fact, it's an umpire's referral.
Awarded a goal. Can any reason I'm not awarded a goal? Can you check the whole situation?
Checking for the whole situation.
Yes.
So this is an umpire referral, so umpires can refer goal, no goal situations in this area. So it's a Farcastle injection. We see Raposo coming onto the ball, straight striking it, looking for the far post. A fantastic save there, stick save from Nidhi, and then trying to clear it. Lam Shyami, though, coming in close to that area, playing the ball with her reverse, and it coming off of the body into the goal. From the angles
Shivani,
that we are seeing,
yes,
this should be a
there
goal.
is no clear reason to change your decision. You can award a goal.
Thank you.
Well, the goal has been awarded, and Nikki looks a little downbeat. Might I know why?
I always love a goal, and I really like this. It was a straight strike, and showcasing how you can scramble and get the goal back. My prediction was 3-1, so that is not going to come to fruition. But currently, JSW Soorma still holding on to a slim lead.
And they are looking for an equalizer here with under 40 seconds to go. The Bengal Tigers have made a habit of taking the game to the shootout. They are trying to push this game into shootout territory as well, but that goal again was excellent reflexes on the part of Lalrem Siami. She has been speaking about the amount of work she's been putting in to her new role as a forward in this team, and that's a great example of goal poaching again.
And she looked really comfortable there in that position, poaching, like you're saying. And as we see this game ticking away, JSW Soorma have taken the win over the Srachi Bengal Tigers, 3-2.
And they sign off on a high to the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. The game's been played in great spirit, as have all the games, in fact, in this competition. Deepak Thakur would, of course, be mindful of the need to improve on a few counts, but will largely be pleased with the form of the girl with the neon socks, Agustina Gorzalani, who now has 5 goals in the competition. Salima Tete and company will be happy with the outcome as JSW Soorma Hockey Club notch up their second victory in their last game of the competition this year. At full time, it's the JSW Soorma Hockey Club 3, Ranchi Bengal Tigers 2. We'll be back after this break for the presentation.
हम मैच हारने के बाद भी एक साथ है, अगर हम जीते हैं तो भी एक साथ है, तो सभी टीम के लिए ये इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि जब वो एज ए टीम वर्क करते हैं तो वो चीज़ ज़रूरी रहता है और हम एज ए टीम ही है, चाहे हम हारे चाहे हम जीते.
You know that if we win 2 games and some of the other teams lose a couple of games, that we could end up third, and I guess that gives you a little bit of extra motivation and it puts a smile on your face. I mean, a win is always fun, so yeah, we'll aim to try and take some points off the next 2 teams.
बदला तो ज़रूर लेना है और जीत के निकलना है. आई नो, क्योंकि हम ज़्यादा मार्जिन से नहीं हारे, हमें पता चल गया हमारी लास्ट टाइम उनके साथ क्या गलतियाँ थी, बट अभी भी होप नहीं छोड़नी क्योंकि 2 मैच है, रिजल्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है.
The next 2 games, it's taking that pride and showcasing how good women's sport is and how good women's hockey here is in India, and giving the girls the best chance to shine on the biggest stage.
अभी मेरे दिमाग में कुछ नहीं आ रहा. ऑन द फील्ड मैं ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव रहती हूँ. ऑफ द फील्ड काम अच्छे से सबके साथ बात करना, किसी भी चीज़ से नहीं लगता, खुद से ही लगता होगा शायद कि जब मैं गुस्से में आ जाती हूँ तो पता नहीं क्या करूँगी. मुझे गाने सुनना पसंद है तो मोस्टली गाने सुनती हूँ. घर के राजमा चावल. टोक्यो में जब हमने क्वार्टर फाइनल जीता था, मेरा सपना है कि नेक्स्ट ओलंपिक खेलूं और मेडल लेकर आऊं. गुस्सा इरिटेट हो जाती हूँ जब कोई ज़्यादा तंग करे तो. हमारी नेशनल किट जर्सी, नेशनल जर्सी.
Welcome back to the Hero Hockey India League, where JSW Soorma Hockey Club signed off on a high by virtue of a 3-2 win over the Ranchi Bengal Tigers, thanks to goals from Sonam and a couple of very, very well-struck goals from Penny Squibb and Maria Granato, all coming to the party. Despite some late strikes from the Ranchi Bengal Tigers, it was JSW Soorma all along. Time now for the presentation ceremony.
The last match of the season for the JSW Soorma Hockey Club, and they make sure to bow out on a winning note. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for the Hero Hockey India League 2025-26 match between Ranchi Bengal Tigers and JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Hero Hockey India League would like to take this opportunity to thank their partners: title sponsor Hero Motocorp, broadcast partner DD Sports, streaming partner Waves. Official hydration partner, Bisleri. Medical partner, Apollo Hospitals. Thank you for your support. Please welcome our dignitary to present the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match Award, Mr. Rajiv Ahuja, ex-CGM Steel Authority of India. And the award for the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match goes to jersey number 14, Sonam from JSW Soorma Hockey Club. She scored a goal today and obviously was very instrumental in her team's success today against the Shrachi Bengal Tigers. Sonam, एक बहुत ही छोटा सा इतिहास है विमेंस HIL का और अब आप उसका हिस्सा हैं. जॉइंट हाईएस्ट गोल स्कोरर 5 गोल्स के साथ कितना गर्व महसूस कर रहे हैं?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हम ये मैच जीते हैं और हमने 6 पॉइंट के साथ विन किया, क्योंकि हम पहले 4 मैच नहीं जीते थे और अभी हमने 6 पॉइंट के साथ विन किया है. ऐसा नहीं है कि 0 पॉइंट से गए हैं और अभी ये गोल हुआ तो अच्छा लग रहा है.
बैक टू बैक जीत मिली है आपको. आपने जैसे मेंशन किया कि पहले भी अच्छा खेल रहे थे लेकिन कन्वर्जन नहीं हो रहा था. पिछले 2 गेम्स में क्या बदला?
उसके बाद हमने अपोनेंट को रीड किया कि उनकी क्या डिफेंस है, वो क्या स्ट्रैटेजी अपनाते हैं. फिर हमने अपने आप को चेंज किया और फिनिशिंग पे ध्यान दिया तो स्कोर निकले.
चलिए, वो आपके लिए काम किया है. थैंक यू सो मच हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए एंड एंजॉय द प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड. Well, that was Sonam, your player of the match, and that's it from the presentation ceremony.
And Sonam once again accumulating a little bit of history. A recap of the result. JSW Soorma Hockey Club scored in the first quarter and then managed 2 more in the final quarter to make it a neat 3-2 win over the Shrachi Bengal Tigers in this beautiful city of Ranchi.
It was a really exciting encounter as the Shrachi Bengal Tigers took on JSW Soorma Hockey Club. JSW Soorma started the better of the 2 teams and a little bit of miscommunication led to the opening goal as we saw the player of the match, Sonam, come in and just edge the ball past the defence. Olivia Shannon was lively all game, almost adding her name to the score sheet as the ball somehow kept out. Penalty corner was given away by Penny Squibb as she hit the ball high into the player, and Gorzalani from an adjustment at the top of the circle put the ball into the bottom left hand corner, blindsiding the goalkeeper Nidhi in goal. And then we're level as it was for that point, and that's how it stayed for quite a while. But Penny Squibb stepped up, buried that drag flick in the far corner. And you love hearing that sound, the rattling of the backboard. Beautiful short corner then given, and a change in movement. A back to injector giving Granato her first goal of this season, and she was very happy with that. Look at that smile on her face. A wonderful team goal. However, the Tigers weren't to be silenced just then. Raposo striking the ball, and Lauren Shyami getting her last say of the match. It didn't give her team the win, but it was the fight back that their coach will be happy with. But at the end of this final encounter between the Tigers and Soorma Hockey Club, it ends with JSW Soorma as the winners with 3 goals over the Shrachi Bengal Tigers 2. It was hugs all around. They're all friends when the final whistle sounds.
And at full time, the stats will reveal that JSW Soorma Hockey Club narrowly edged ahead the Bengal Tigers despite falling behind on a few parameters. They had 5 penalty corners apiece. They had 1 fewer shot, but the important thing was they converted 50% of those 6 shots into goals. And the points table will reveal that JSW Soorma Hockey Club are now on 6 points, and they will await the result of the game between the SG Pipers and the Ranchi Royals to see where they finally stand. For the Shrachi Bengal Tigers, the defeat would leave them on 10 points. However, they have already qualified for the final by virtue of that win, the thrilling win over SG Pipers last evening. I look at the goal scorers list. It's Augustina Gorzalani who has added to her tally of 4 goals with a thunderous strike today, and she continues to retain the neon socks. Lola Riera and Penny Squibb are at 3 goals apiece. Navneet Kaur and Lucina van der Heide and Lola Riera will have a chance to stake a claim for the Neon Sox. Tomorrow will be the last of the league phase games in the women's category, as the SG Pipers, who have already made the final, take on Ranchi Royals, who will be playing for Pride, and that will be live at 4:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time from the Marangom ke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium, Ranchi. But coming up next is this thrilling men's encounter between the HILGC and the Ranchi Bengal Tigers, live from the Mayor Radhakrishnan Hockey Stadium, Chennai. But from Ranchi, this is me, Arun, and Nikki Lloyd signing off. Bye-bye.